It's the headline that has shaken Hollywood. Dakota Johnson finally breaks her silence about her split with Chris Martin, and what she reveals will leave fans stunned. After years of keeping their relationship intensely private, Dakota opens up about the truth behind their separation and why she says it was time to let go. Before we dive deep into this emotional revelation, don't forget to hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments below, because what Dakota is about to reveal may just change how you see this couple forever. For years, Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin were considered one of Hollywood's most mysterious pairs. They rarely appeared on red carpets together, avoided paparazzi-filled events, and never flaunted their relationship on social media. Yet, fans could always sense the quiet strength between them, a love that seemed to thrive away from the chaos of fame. But behind closed doors, something was slowly unraveling. Sources close to the couple reveal that while Dakota and Chris shared a deep emotional connection, their worlds couldn't have been more different. Dakota, known for her intense and introspective personality, preferred solitude and stillness. Chris, the frontman of Coldplay, lived in motion, always touring, always writing, always chasing sound and energy. Their love story, though beautiful, existed in two different tempos. In her recent interview with Vanity Fair, Dakota's tone was calm, but her words carried the weight of closure. "Sometimes love doesn't end in anger," she said softly. "Sometimes it ends in acceptance. We had reached a point where holding on felt heavier than letting go." Those words echoed across the internet, triggering waves of reactions from fans who once believed they were soulmates destined to last. But this isn't just another Hollywood breakup. This is the story of two people who loved deeply, tried sincerely, and ultimately learned that love can evolve, even when it no longer means staying together. Friends of the couple described their split as peaceful but painful. Chris, who's known for channeling emotion through music, is reportedly using the breakup as inspiration for Coldplay's next album. Insiders claim that one of his new songs, tentatively titled Midnight Sky, may capture the essence of their final days together, a haunting mix of gratitude and heartbreak. Meanwhile, Dakota has been focusing on herself. She's back on film sets, recently wrapping a psychological drama that's rumored to mirror her own emotional journey. On set, colleagues say she's more introspective than ever, often lost in thought between takes, but radiating a kind of quiet strength. "She's not broken," one crew member said. "She's becoming." The breakup, which sources confirm happened months ago, was kept private to allow both to process in peace. But eagle-eyed fans had already noticed the signs: the solo public appearances, the subtle absences during key events, and Dakota's cryptic Instagram captions about growth, solitude, and new beginnings. What truly caught attention, however, was when Chris attended the Global Citizen concert without Dakota, a rare move, considering she had been a silent supporter at nearly every Coldplay show since 2018. Fans began to speculate, and now, with Dakota's confirmation, the truth has surfaced. Their story had quietly ended long before the headlines caught up, but here's where things get even more intriguing. Dakota hinted that their split wasn't caused by a lack of love, but by timing. "Sometimes two people are meant to cross paths, but not to walk forever in the same direction," she explained. "Chris and I will always have love, but we needed space to grow, separately." Those words struck a chord with millions online. Within hours, #Dakota Johnson Breaks Silence began trending worldwide, with fans expressing everything from heartbreak to admiration. Some praised her maturity, calling her statement a masterclass in emotional intelligence, while others couldn't help but wonder if there's still hope for reconciliation. Even Gwyneth Paltrow, Chris's ex-wife and longtime friend of Dakota, reportedly offered her support. Insiders claim that Gwyneth has been a calm force for both of them, helping maintain peace within their blended family dynamic. Dakota and Gwyneth have always respected each other, a source close to the family revealed. "There's no drama, no rivalry, just understanding." Midway through this story, a surprising twist surfaced. Some outlets reported that Chris had been spending more time in London with his children, while Dakota was focusing on her Los Angeles projects, fueling rumors that distance played a major role in their separation. Yet, Dakota's silence on the matter only deepened the mystery. When asked if long distance contributed to their breakup, she simply smiled and said, "Some things don't need explaining." That calm, almost poetic detachment has become Dakota's signature. She's never been one for public drama or emotional oversharing, which makes this rare glimpse into her personal life even more powerful. And it's this very restraint that keeps fans glued to every word, every look, every subtle emotion she allows to slip through. But there's a quiet beauty in the way she's handled it all.
No accusations, no bitterness.
Just honesty. Chris is an incredible person, she said in her closing statement. "We grew so much together, and now it's time to grow apart, with gratitude, not regret." That final sentence left a mark, not just on her fans, but on an industry that often thrives on chaos and scandal. Dakota's breakup statement wasn't an explosion, it was an evolution. A graceful goodbye between two souls who simply reached the end of their shared chapter. And yet, even as the world moves on, whispers of what if linger in the air. Could they ever find their way back to each other? Or is this truly the end of one of Hollywood's quietest love stories? For now, Dakota seems content to live in the present, embracing her independence, her career, and her peace. As the lights dim on this chapter of her life, one thing remains certain. Dakota Johnson's strength isn't in her silence anymore. It's in her truth. And perhaps that's the real story here. Not the breakup itself, but the rebirth that follows. If you've been following Dakota and Chris from the start, let us know what you think. Do you believe love like there's ever truly fades, or does it simply transform? Comment your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates from Hollywood's biggest stories, only on HOLLYNEWS TV, because in a town built on illusions, Dakota Johnson just reminded us what honesty really looks like. In the days following Dakota Johnson's heartfelt confession, the internet hasn't stopped buzzing. Paparazzi have been trailing her every move, hoping to capture even the faintest sign of heartbreak. But what they've found instead is a woman at peace. Whether she's leaving a yoga studio in Malibu, grabbing coffee with friends, or arriving at film meetings in Los Angeles, Dakota's calm composure has become the story itself. She's no longer the shadow behind Chris Martin's spotlight. She's reclaiming her own. Industry insiders say that this transformation has been building for years. Dakota always had a quiet strength, a close friend revealed. She supported Chris through his tours, his creative cycles, his highs and lows. But she also had her own dreams, her own rhythm. She's realizing that she doesn't need to dim her light to fit into someone else's world. And that realization, it seems, came at a cost. According to multiple reports, Dakota and Chris had been struggling to find balance since early 2024. As Coldplay continued their world tour and Dakota's acting schedule grew more demanding, the couple began spending long stretches apart. At first, they tried to make it work: late-night calls, surprise visits, small gestures of love. But over time, even those moments started to feel like reminders of a gap neither could close. "Chris is an adventurer at heart," said a source close to the musician. "He thrives on constant movement, on connecting with people through his music. Dakota, on the other hand, needs grounding. She finds strength in stillness." They loved each other deeply, but their lives were pulling them in opposite directions. Still, fans can't help but wonder, if there was so much love, why couldn't they fight harder? Dakota's answer to that question might be the most mature of all. "Love isn't about holding someone hostage to your happiness," she said. "It's about setting them free and trusting that you'll both find your own peace." Her words reflect a kind of emotional wisdom rarely seen in Hollywood. Instead of turning their breakup into drama, Dakota and Chris have quietly modeled what it means to end things with grace. There are no public arguments, no one follows on social media, no cryptic posts, just mutual respect. Even Chris has reportedly told friends that Dakota will always be family. Behind the scenes, Dakota's friends say she's channeled the breakup energy into creative expression. She's working on several new projects, including a film that explores themes of love, loss, and rediscovery. Insiders say the script resonated with her on a personal level, almost as if she was using her art to process everything she's been through. She's been journaling a lot, "Reading poetry again," said one friend. "It's like she's healing in motion." Meanwhile, Chris has found comfort in music, the only language he's ever truly trusted. During a recent concert in Argentina, fans noticed that he performed a new ballad with tears in his eyes. The lyrics, "You are my silence in a world too loud," felt like an open letter to Dakota. Whether it was intentional or not, the emotional weight was undeniable. The crowd went silent, phones in the air, realizing they were witnessing something raw, something real. That moment became viral overnight, reigniting speculation that Chris still carries feelings for Dakota. Some fans believe that their story isn't finished, that maybe, in another lifetime, they'll find their way back. But others see their breakup as a symbol of something deeper, a reminder that even the most beautiful love stories can end quietly, without villains or victims. As the media continues to dissect their every move, Dakota has chosen not to engage. She said everything she needs to say. Her statement, "It was time to let go," has become a kind of mantra for anyone who's ever loved deeply but had to walk away. It's not about failure. It's about evolution. Still, beneath the calm, there's a layer of bittersweet nostalgia. Those who knew them best recall the laughter-filled dinners, the long beach walks, the way Dakota would stand in the wings during Chris's shows, watching him with pride. They had real love, a mutual friend shared. It wasn't fake. It wasn't PR. They just grew in different directions. But you could tell it was special. And maybe that's why this story resonates so much. It's not just another celebrity breakup. It's a reflection of something universal, the quiet heartbreak of outgrowing someone you still care for, the courage it takes to say goodbye without anger, the grace of wishing someone well even when it hurts. As the chapter closes, Dakota stands not as someone who lost love, but as someone who chose herself. And in doing so, she's inspired millions to do the same, to understand that sometimes letting go isn't the end of love, but the beginning of self-discovery. Her final words from the interview still echo across the entertainment world. There's beauty in endings, because that's where new stories begin. And as Hollywood watches her next move, one thing is certain: Dakota Johnson isn't fading into the background. She's stepping into her next act, stronger, wiser, and more authentic than ever. If you believe that love can end beautifully, drop a heart in the comments below and make sure you're subscribed to HOLLYNEWS TV, where we bring you the real stories behind Hollywood's brightest stars. Because in the end, Dakota Johnson's truth isn't just her story, it's a reminder that every goodbye can also be a beginning.